Around the region, a St. Louis landfill site riddled with radioactive waste finally has a plan in place to be cleaned up. Caller 10's Jesse Inman joins us now in the studio to explain the history behind Missouri's ties to the creation of the atomic bomb in World War II and why a cleanup is so crucial. Jesse.
Yeah, Jen, 2 men involved in the Manhattan Project, including Springfield native Robert Moon, ordered the dumping of nuclear byproducts into what is now the Westlake landfill in St. Louis. And after hundreds of lawsuits from people who claimed they were harmed from the waste, the EPA now has a plan to clean things up.
When part of northwest St. Louis became ground zero for hundreds of barrels of radioactive waste, which was byproduct from the Manhattan Project used for building atomic bombs, people had no idea how present-day residents would be affected. In an area where cancers, autoimmune disorders, and brain tumors are common diagnoses, the EPA has a plan in place to finally clean things up. EPA Regional Director Jim Gulliford says their plan to remove much of that waste will cover all the bases.
It'll include all of the design work into the materials that leave, how they will leave, where they will go, how the site will be protected during the actual, what we would call construction phase.
The hazardous material will be transported off-site where residents will not be affected. And the plan will take about 3 years to complete, costing about $205 million. The plan is to dig into radioactive hotspots from 8 to 20 feet under the surface, but Ed Smith with the Missouri Coalition for the Environment says it's only a start.
We have a decision in which 70% of the radioactive material is going to be removed. That's certainly significantly better than zero. We think this is progress and that more can be done.
A big concern before this plan was that if the fire on one side of the landfill sparked the radioactive material, it could have catastrophic results. There was a small chance that the air contamination could have reached the Ozarks, but now with a plan in place, the hope is that there is no chance of a radioactive disaster.
Now, Missouri has played a bigger role in World War II than most people realize, and Color 10 has reported on this topic in the past. A couple of years ago, we spoke to several people from that area and in that area now who believe their cancer diagnoses resulted directly from the contamination. And if you'd like to watch that 3-part series, head to ozarksfirst.com and find this story.